Bro! Clash in Paris is about to be insane. Cena, Logan, Roman. We couldn't ask for much more, my man. This is going to be epic. Enjoy it while you can, because it's all downhill from here. What? They moved the PLEs to ESPN. Do you understand? No more Magic Saturday nights. No more sneaking into the living room at 2 a.m. just to see. Did Roman win? No. Now it's just another channel, another subscription, wrestling, trapped between bowling reruns and cornhole championships. They've taken our passion and slapped a paywall on it of $9.99 a month, or $120 for the whole year. They've turned WrestleMania into a utility bill. This isn't sports entertainment. It's sports enslavement. And the worst part, they didn't even ask us, the fans. We're just pawns now, brother. Pawns in Mickey Mouse's little evil empire. Yeah, I just subscribed to ESPN. We're good. Oh, well, I mean, I would... That's great. I'd offer to chip in, but, just the wound is way too fresh and deep. You have literally never, ever paid for any of these. Yep, so why start now? Welcome back to 1, 2, ooh. And Clash in Paris is coming up. And I got some opinions about who I think is taking the dubs this weekend in Clash in Paris. So we're going to be going through all of the matches. I'm going to explain to you who I think is going to take that W and who's going home with the big L. Let's get into it. Whoa. I almost forgot. Before we jump into it, I want to take a couple of minutes and just thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, for commenting, for liking. I truly appreciate every subscription I get, every interaction I get. It really means a lot to me. I enjoy making these videos, love what I do. So I know if you love wrestling, you're going to love this content too. So take a second, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, smash those likes, and make sure you comment. Come on now. Let's get into it. All right, let's jump in to the first match I want to talk about. John Cena taking on Logan Paul. This match, to me, John Cena's final match in Paris, there is no way we let this man come out with an L. Unless there's some sort of shenanigans. This would be a massive win for Logan, but if Logan Paul's proven anything, the man doesn't need wins. So I do see this one going down with some interference, some shenanigans. Logan, I think, is going to punch John with those brass knucks for sure. Go for the pin, and I think John kicks out. I think that's a huge moment. The crowd will erupt. I do see Cena getting the win, but everything inside of me is telling me this doesn't end there, and we have to be building to Survivor Series. What better way to build to a Survivor Series match than Brock Lesnar showing up again at the end of John's match, laying him out one more time, starting to build that to a bigger match coming at Survivor Series between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. And for Logan Paul, the best part is he's going to look fantastic no matter what. He continues to deliver. He's going to look amazing in this match. I think he's going to make John look amazing. John's going to make him look good. I could see Logan Paul coming out of this looking really strong, but ultimately taking the L. Like, he hits John with everything he's got. He's smashing him, doing everything he can to win this match. But in the end, it's John Cena for the win, because we're going to need that feel-good moment. And the Paris crowd deserves it. And you know, if you watch any of these PLEs coming out in Europe, this crowd is going to be hot. Setting them off with a John Cena win, it's going to be hard to contain that building. I got John Cena taking the dub in his farewell tour against Logan Paul. Now we got to talk the fatal 4-way match. Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk for that world championship. I'm going to say this before I even get my prediction. I'm just ecstatic LA Knight is getting in this match and on the card. There has been so many events where LA Knight is a part of the build, but he has nothing to do with the payoff. And it's been crazy to watch. Like, the crowd is dying for LA Knight to be in this title picture, to even get one. And yet the WWE just seems to have ignored my man. They have seemed to have pushed him off, or he's like part of these builds, and then all of a sudden he's in the US title match, or he's in some weird fatal 4-way that with Penta, and it's what are we doing here, right? The guy is a megastar. He belongs in this role. Yeah, that's right. So with all that to be said, do I think my boy LA Knight's winning this match? No. That's right. I don't have LA Knight winning this one. I don't have CM Punk winning this one. I don't have Jey Uso winning this. It's going to be Seth Rollins, and it's going to be because the Bronson comes out, Breaker's out there. It's more of a 3-on-3. They're beating these three down. I think at the start of the match, it'll be your typical everyone on Seth taking them out. Eventually, the three baby faces in there will start to take each other out. Seth will take advantage of this. He's too smart, and he's definitely going to use the number games to his advantage and ultimately pull out the win, and it's going to be awesome. But I got Seth Rollins winning this because it doesn't make sense to take the belt off him this quickly, and there's too much here for storytelling that's going to build to something bigger. You got to start building now to your Survivor Series match. You have to start building your WrestleMania match. And right now, I just don't see them taking the title off him. Sure, there's a case for CM Punk to get this belt. There's a case for LA Knight to get the belt. Jey Uso is the only one who I think needs to be away from the title for a little bit. Build him back up. He did that little back and forth thing with Gunther for a while. I think we're good with Jey not having the belt for a little bit. Give it to somebody else. If it's going to go to CM Punk, that'd be fantastic. I really think they should pull the trigger on LA Knight here at some point. My guy has been putting the work in, and he is over. If you are paying attention to any of these shows, LA Knight's music hits. The crowd erupts. People want him to have this belt. They want him in this title picture. At some point, he needs to get the title, but I don't see it fitting into this story right now. I just don't see where it fits in, putting the strap on LA Knight, unless it's a situation where CM Punk is about to win or something, Seth does something and screws him over, and LA Knight happens to score the pin or something crazy like that, and LA Knight has the belt. And if that happens, that makes me more nervous that it's just going to be this short little run and they're going to take the title off him almost immediately. And I don't want to see that either. So I think Seth Rollins comes out with the win here, and I think it sets up something bigger at Survivor Series. Roman Reigns versus Big Bronson Reed. Look, the obvious answer here is Roman comes out and just destroys Bronson Reed or beats Bronson, right? But I think that would be a mistake. I think at this point, with everything going on with Seth's group and everything in the world of wrestling right now, we need another monster. Who better to be a beast, to be a monster, than Bronson Reed? They've already built up Braun Breaker, who's main eventing every Raw right now. Build Bronson Reed. I'm not saying he has to win this match, but he's got to be strong. I want to see him stand in there and hold his own against Roman. And I mean just throw him a beating. It would be amazing to watch Bronson dominate the bulk of this match, put that doubt in everybody, say, oh my God, like this guy is not just going toe-to-toe with the OTC. He's holding his own and he's actually winning. Like he's crushing this guy. And then ultimately, I'm okay with Roman winning this match. I think he needs a win. We need to have that moment. He needs to stop getting his shoes stolen, for the love of God. So I think it makes sense for Roman to win it, but make Bronson a monster out of this. And I mean uncontrollable. Like what could really set up the Survivor Series teaming of CM Punk and Roman and that whole team is if Bronson Reed is just destroying Roman. Roman gets that moment where he gets the upper hand and is able to get the win. And then at the end of the match, Have Bronson just start tsunamiing him repeatedly. Have Bronson start annihilating him. Because Bronson, he doesn't care about wins. He cares about destroying people. He talks about the destruction that he did to Seth over and over again all the time. Imagine what he's going to do if he annihilates Roman Reigns with 5, 6 tsunamis, just crushes him, leaves him in the ring, just sitting there, just getting tsunamied over and over again. And then, of course, you can have the cavalry come out, save Roman if you need to. And that's the big moment that leads to the Survivor Series match, right? Roman. And then you have the storyline, too, of Roman entering this hurt. And maybe even people saying, hey, Roman, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. No, I have to do it, right? And he enters that match. But I do think there's so much to be told here. And I hope they do this because I am a big fan of Bronson Reed. Ever since I watched him in that triple threat match with Chad Gable and Sammy, I just remember sitting back and being like, wow, this guy's going to be something. He did that moonsault off the top. He's super athletic. He's big. He knows his role. I think there's more to Bronson Reed than I even know is coming, and I'm excited for it. So I hope they let Bronson look strong, but I think Roman ultimately wins this match because, I mean, come on, man. They stole his shoes. It's getting ridiculous. It's a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus taking on Rusev. I am pumped about this, even though we've seen these two go back and forth a bit. Every time they're in the ring together, it's been really good. And I think you put them on this PLE, it's going to be violent. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be just two guys, two big boys slapping man meat, right? And that's what we're here for. I think this match is going to be definitely not a show stealer, but it's going to be that good little mid-card match that you really need on here that's going to elevate their entire feud. And if we're doing what I think we're doing with Rusev, he's coming out on top. I got him beating Sheamus in this match. I think with him just arriving in the WWE, he needs to keep winning. And not just winning, he needs to be a real threat. He needs to be that guy who, when you get in there with him, it's dangerous. You don't know if you're going to come out of that ring. This is a chance for them to do that. I think this will be a back and forth. I think it'll be a war. I do hope they crown Rusev the winner. I think he should beat Sheamus here, which kills me to say because I was on the bandwagon of Sheamus needs to win the IC belt. I was on that bandwagon forever. Put that title on him, let him be a Grand Slam champion. But yeah, I don't see that happening immediately, and I think Sheamus won't be hurt by the loss very much. Like, at this point in his career, he's coming out there and just putting on banger after banger after banger after banger. But I got him losing this one, and at the end of the match, I think Rusev should lock him, just hold him there in the Acolyte, just hold him there and just torture Sheamus out. If you can't tell by this video, big heel fan here, and I'm pushing for a lot of beatdowns of some good guys on this card. I think it's going to be a heel fest on the show to build to Survivor Series. And I think Rusev's going to be a part of that. We got Becky Lynch taking on Nikki Bella. I'm going to come out here and just say it. I love this new Becky Lynch character. I think it's refreshing. I think it's so much better than what she was doing as the man. And it may have just been that I was burned out on the man a little bit. So every week when she's on, she's cutting these promos. Like, I'm loving everything she does. I know she's taking some heat. I know some people aren't really into it, but I love this victim card she plays all the time. And I think this match will be overall an okay match. I'm not overly excited about it. I personally wasn't amped for the Nikki Bella return. It's just whatever to me, and I haven't been blown away by any of her in-ring work or any of the storytelling that she's kind of bringing to the show. I think it'll be an okay match. I think Becky's going to win. I don't think this is a crazy match or anything like that. I think they'll go back and forth. Becky will ultimately get the win doing something sleazy, but she's going to beat Nikki Bella and continue this story going on, and it helps Becky to have the win. But to me, this match isn't one that I think elevates anything or moves anything along. So there's a part of me that feels like it was kind of thrown in there because Liv Morgan's out, so the Bella Morgan story didn't get to happen. Stephanie Vaquer match isn't going to happen, which I still have beef with. So we're going to go ahead and put Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch in there, two legends. It'll be huge for where the match is taking place in Paris. It'll be good for that, but I'm not overly excited about this one. I want to be, but I'm just not. I haven't The build has been fine. There's nothing wrong with any of that, but there's a part of me that just doesn't care about this Nikki Bella return, and that might just be a me thing. I just can't get into it. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping this match is phenomenal. Obviously, I want every wrestling card to be amazing, but I just think this match will be okay. I think ultimately Becky Lynch will just get the win and do something dastardly, and that will be it. We'll move on from it. But yeah, I got Becky Lynch winning this one. All right, so that's it. That's my official prediction for Clash in Paris. I'm pumped for the card. I think there's going to be a lot going on here. A lot of times when these shows have lineups that I'm kind of like iffy about, they tend to be the better PLEs that I watch. And not to mention the PLEs in Europe, the crowd just kind of sets these things off. So I'm excited to see how this Paris crowd is, and I'm pumped for most of the matches on the card. Really can't wait to see how this one turns out. Hit me up in the comments and tell me if you think I got it right or where I'm completely wrong. Let's talk about it. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that like, so you never, ever, ever miss an episode of 1, 2,